Hey guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. This is Consumer Protection Attorney John Watts. I want to give you a little bit of background on our YouTube Live that we're doing today at 1 o'clock Central, so July 1st, 1 o'clock Central Time. And this is with my very good friend, Michael Wasylik. And Michael and his partner, Jason Ricardo, are in the Tampa area. And now their office actually in Dade City, which is where at least one of the big courthouses is in Pasco County. But they represent people all over the state of Florida. And so they have traditionally done a lot with foreclosure defense. And over the past number of years, they have really been focused on fighting back against these junk debt buyers like Midland Funding, LVNV, Midland Credit Management, Portfolio Recovery, all the usual suspects that we see in Alabama. And if you're dealing with junk debt buyers, you will be very familiar with these names. And so let me give you a real quick background. So back in the Great Recession, we were helping a lot of people in Alabama who were dealing with foreclosures. And these guys, Michael and Jason, were doing the same thing in Florida. And I'm always wanting to learn more, to improve my skills, to look outside of even my own industry, the legal industry, but even within the legal industry, say, well, let me see what guys are doing in Florida, for example, with foreclosures. Now, Florida foreclosure is absolutely completely different than Alabama foreclosure, okay? But I wanted to see, what were they doing? What arguments were they raising? And so I ran across these guys. I didn't know who they were. And they had a free book to download. And so I downloaded that and, had a lot of useful information, again, for Florida, but there were some things I could take from that. Well, then we fast forward to about 2 years ago, and I'm at this national conference, and this guy walks up to me and introduces himself, and it's Michael. And so we get talking, and, sometimes you meet somebody and, they're nice, and hopefully you're nice, but there's really no connection there. But we really had a very good, strong connection. And so we've become very good friends over the past couple years. And so we've had a lot of phone calls and, even met in person. And Monday, I spent probably 6 hours in the office of Jason and Michael. And a lot of what we talked about were these debt collection lawsuits. How do we defend against them? How do we help consumers? And then what do we do after the debt collection lawsuit is over? What does that mean for credit reports? What does that mean under the FDCPA, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FCRA, Fair Credit Reporting Act? And these guys in Florida have a cool state law that is sort of a Florida version of the FDCPA. And so we just had a great conversation, just a long sort of strategy day. And we got thinking about it's like, we should do a YouTube Live because we bring different perspectives. I don't know how the process works in detail in Florida, and same thing for Mike in Alabama. We thought, well, let's jump on a call together, a YouTube call, and just answer your questions. And so that's what we're interested in doing. If you have foreclosure questions, if you have debt collection questions, sued by a debt collector, credit report question, really any type of consumer protection question, we'll be glad to give you our thoughts on it. Now, obviously I represent people in Alabama, Mike represents people in Florida, and, for any of these things, we'll just give you some general educational thoughts, and then you've got to check that out with your very specific situation. And if you're not in one of our states, obviously get with a lawyer who's in your state to help you with whatever your situation is. But we hope that this will be interesting to you and very educational, because our goal is to help you better understand your rights. Because the more that you understand about your rights and your options, then you can make the best decision. And of course, you've got to combine that with taking action. All the knowledge in the world is worthless if we don't take action. So if you can join us, that'll be fantastic. It'll be at 1 o'clock Central Time today, July 1st, and we hope to see you then. Okay, guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.